Okay, this is interesting. I've never done a live stream where I'm in a kitchen or something like that. So I thought it would be pretty fun to be in the kitchen talking about stuff. I'm going to move some stuff around here just because, I don't want my whole life out in the public here. So I'm going to move these things, okay? But I'm still here. And I'm going to be cooking, I'm meal prepping because I didn't get to do it for the week. And I wanted to upload a video. I just haven't had the opportunity to do so. So I thought it would be fun to do this. But before I even get to do that, I want to bring something outside and out here. Whoa, you see my whole setup here. This is the setup. This is where I live. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do. All right, we're in the kitchen. This is weird. I've never done this. I'm meal prepping. I'm making some bulgogi beef, as I like to call it. So I got to get my rice, and I'm going to do that. What you going to prep today? I am making bulgogi beef. It's just ground beef and rice, I think. Or I might do a Mexican one because I eat the bulgogi beef all the time. It's a whole thing. I got to go into my closet here, or into my counter here, and I got to get my rice. We always keep rice in a bin. I don't know why, but we just do. Where is Jerry? He's in the kitchen. I'm in the kitchen. I just made some nigiri sushi. I just finished making it. I was pretty proud of it. I'm not going to lie. I can't believe I'm sharing this with you. I'm really bringing you into my personal life here. But I literally just made nigiri, like not even 20 minutes ago. I was really proud of it. I thought I did a pretty good job. I feel good about it. But now I'm going to meal prep because I didn't get to do it for the rest of the week. So it's a whole process when I do it. And I wanted to talk because I haven't got to make my Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon video yet. I haven't had a chance to do that. So I thought what better way to do it than to do it on a live stream. Whatever. Or we talk about Walking Dead. I don't care what we talk about. My mom does that too. Rice is in the bin. Certified Hood Classic. Yeah, Costco is the best because Costco allows you to do this. Like I get a big bag of rice, and that's how I meal prep. So right now I'm just portioning out my meals. I probably only need 2 cups of rice, to be honest with you. But what's going on, everyone? I hope you guys are doing well. It has been a little bit of time since I've done a live stream. So figured, you know what? While I'm using this time, I might as well make it productive. Go on live, because I'm not going to be posting. The next video I'm going to be making is a video about House of the Dragon, I think, most likely. At least that's the thought as of right now, because I'm not going to lie. I've seen a lot. If you guys have seen my post, you'll know. I've seen a lot of people saying how House of the Dragon Season 2 was like a disappointment. I personally didn't think it was. I actually thought it was a very good season of the show. But yeah, I don't know. I wanted to talk about that because I'm a little surprised by how much of a problem people have had with it. Wasteland World said, do you like gravy on your rice? I personally love gravy on rice. I do a little bit. I don't do it often, to be completely honest, but I do like it. I think it's pretty cool. I wish there was a way I could make this bigger. Roy says, hello there. I don't know why I'm having a hard time seeing the chat. Well, I'm surprised people called it disappointing. Dude, it's all over my Twitter. It's all over my Twitter. Everyone is saying that the season is disappointing. I don't think it was at all. I actually thought it was a very good season. I understand the complaints, though. People are claiming that it's because the story itself didn't develop at all, and it was just character development. But I think it's funny that people are saying that and not acknowledging that the character development was actually really good. It's what made it really good. That I just didn't understand. I really did enjoy it. I thought it was good. Sure. Do I wish that they actually moved the story forward? Absolutely. I mean, it's hard not to want the story to move forward. You know what I mean? Like, the whole season, realistically, it was the haunting of Harrenhal. The whole season, it was them talking about the dragons. The whole season, it was Rhaenyra basically being like, we need to do this and we need to do it quickly, but nothing happened. They didn't do anything quickly because nothing happened. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't really agree with it, but that's what at least I've seen online is what people have been talking about. Let me see if I can move this. How am I going to do this? I got to clean a little bit in here. Fear Season 8, Episode 12, or House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 8. House of the Dragon, Season 2, Episode 8. I mean, I didn't think the final episode of Season 2 was bad. Like, at all. McKay, what's up, man? I didn't think it was bad at all. Hello, Rocky Danger Buff. I thought it was a good episode. It just wasn't a finale. So I don't know if you're asking if it's that or the finale, like, or if it's like which finale I like better. It's hard to compare to even that too because that's the series finale. You know what I mean? It's tough. McKay says, haven't seen you on a stream in a while. I know, man. It's good to see you. You think sacrificing Sophia was worth it in the long run? Sacrificing Sophia? I mean, I don't think she was necessarily sacrificed. She was lost and she died. So, I don't know. It is supposed to be 4 seasons and it wasn't that bad. Last episode was just preparation. You guys should, I just turned on noise canceling, so you should hear a little bit less of the background stuff. No, I mean, I don't think Sophia was sacrificed. I don't know if you mean like the writer sacrificing Sophia. I'm not sure what you mean by that. But no, I don't think it was a bad thing. I don't think she really added anything that I like missed in the story. You know what I mean? It is supposed to be 4 seasons, and it wasn't that bad. Last episode was just a preparation for war. People are treating it like a series finale, not like. That's the thing, and also Game of Thrones has always been a story that has been very grounded in the conversations. It's always been a story that's involved people talking politics. It's been politics the whole time. So the idea that it was like a bad season, I think is misguided, to be completely honest. I think it was just a slower season. And if you guys know anything about what I like slower storytelling. That's why I've always been a big fan of like Better Call Saul and things like that. I think it's just a better version of storytelling. Tala says, you still drumming? Yes, I am. I don't have a set at my apartment, unfortunately, but I still am. If you haven't watched it, I strongly recommend a show called The Badlands. Oh, Into the Badlands. It's great. It was on AMC. Unfortunately, they canceled them. I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it. What's it about? I would love to know. God was always about politics, but I do agree. It was definitely slower. I mean, also that's kind of the other thing here is it was slower. It was intentionally slower. This show involves, Castle. I was going to say a whole thing. It's the Greens and the Blacks. That's what this show is. It's a lot smaller of a story than anything we've ever gotten in Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, you're dealing with the Lannisters, the Tarleys, the Targaryens, you're dealing with the Starks, and you're dealing with all of Westeros at large. Here you're dealing with 2 families of the same family just fighting for the throne. There's obviously going to be a lot of politics in a story that's about exactly what this show is about. So, I mean, yes, it's slower. To me, it feels like the Better Call Saul to the Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad had more explosions, but Better Call Saul was more dialogue. And I guess it depends on the type of viewer you are. I mean, I don't think there's a right answer. It's just, it really depends on your preference. Let's see, I'm missing some stuff. I got Roland Set You Got, loved your review on it. Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, Jerry, I think The Walking Dead is some of the best villains on television. How would you rank the big 4 worst best? Shane, Governor, Negan, Alpha. I can tell you where for certain Negan is my number 1 and Alpha is my last. But that's tough because that is tough to me because Shane is not like, he's a villain, but he's more of just an antagonist who is a little villainous. I'm going to have to put him above that. It's going to be Negan, Governor, Shane, Alpha. If you've followed the channel long enough, you'll know I've never been a huge Alpha fan. I loved the Whisperers, but I've never been like a gigantic Alpha fan. She's never done anything that I found to be, enjoyable. And for a minute, you guys are going to probably see me over here because I'm trying to make my food here. One thing that can piss me off is Travis falling out of the helicopter. I know, dude. Negan is one of the best villains I've seen, period. He's the best in my opinion, for sure. I truly hate Fear the Walking Dead. I miss The Walking Dead earlier season so much. Sometimes I get so nostalgic. Yeah, no, I feel you, man. Me too. I feel you. All right, I'm going to start to cook this because I have the stove on. So if I don't answer you guys right away, just know I'll be right back to answering you. I just want to cook this here. Just realized my photo for this thumbnail is like in 4:3. Does not fit the YouTube thumbnail at all, but whatever. We'll get past it. This is my big sheet of beef. Look at this big ass sheet of beef. And it's leaking. I don't know why it's leaking. Hold on, guys. I saw some comments come in. I promise I'll get to them. Ew. Why the hell is this thing leaking? All right. Got to put the beef on the stove here. And now you're going to season the beef. This is a really messed up way to do this. Why am I taking it easy? All right. Let me, I am making bulgogi beef, which is like a ground beef. Or I might make a Mexican beef thing. I'm not too sure. First season of The Walking Dead hooked me. Fridge reveal. Yeah, dude. This is my fridge. Check it out. We got nothing. We got nothing in there. See, I can never do this when my girlfriend's home because she'd be like, what the hell are you doing? But not that that's a bad thing against her, but I mean, I've never in my life done a live stream while cooking. This is new. That would be hilarious. I don't know if you guys remember my girlfriend from that one stream we did. I just got to separate this out, and then I'm going to let it sit for a second, and I'll come back over and answer some questions. Let's see. Let me just let this settle for a second. Okay. And I like to use adobo. I decided instead of bulgogi beef, I'm going to make Mexican bowls because I have the ingredients for that. The Walking Dead was just start for me with my English. I'm from Slovakia, but Rick and mostly Glenn was like the soul of the show. Facts, dude. Have you ever watched Thrifty Typewriter vid on YouTube, Walking Dead? They're very entertaining. Yeah, I watch them a lot, actually. Hey, Jerry, how you doing, man? Epic Zombie Killer? I'm doing very well. Doing very well. I'm putting some adobo sauce on my ground beef. Or adobo seasoning. It's not sauce. God, I gotta say, I love these DJI mics. I mean, the quality isn't the best, but it does allow me to do exactly what I'm doing right now without it being a problem. And I don't know how the noise is for like the sizzling and stuff like that, but I do have noise canceling on. I'd be interested to hear. Let me know if you guys hear a lot of it, because I feel like I'm causing a ruckus over here. Where did I put my water? Hold on. I need to find my water here. Just a sec. You're seeing the whole apartment today. Jesus. You're really getting a crib tour today. The noise canceling on them is brilliant. Yeah, I agree. It's only your voice. That's awesome. All right. I'm burning for you. All right. Well, this is my humble abode, guys. This is what I do in my humble abode. Now I'm going to start to cut up the beef. So if you guys don't hear me, I mean, if I don't get to you guys in a second, that's why. So, but yeah, so I don't know. I had a conversation at work today with a couple of my buddies who I know like House of the Dragon, and they were all saying the same thing. But I feel like all the discourse everywhere else I go online, it's like, oh my God, this season sucked. Like, this was just set up. Like, which it was. I mean, it was a setup season. That's the whole point of the season. But like, people were pissed about that. And I mean, I understand that, like, at large, the narrative didn't really go anywhere. They stayed in the same place. and it was just characters like moving from place to place, really doing nothing. Like you had Jace talking about how he's a bastard, you had Aegon and Aemon and their thing, but like nothing serious really happened. I can understand that argument completely. I just don't necessarily agree that it was like a bad season or like season 2 episode 8 was like a bad episode. I definitely don't think that's the case. I think this was a very good episode. And if you're wondering why I'm doing this like a spaz, it's because I'm trying to break up the freaking beef. I wish I had like an action camera above me so you could like see what I'm doing. You know, fun fact about this, while I'm rambling for a second, I have always wanted to do a food YouTube because I love cooking. I love cooking. But it's just too much work. I'll never do that. I've always thought about it, like, oh, that'd be sick, but like, nah, it's way too much work, dude. You know how much shit you got to do. You know how much like prep work you got to do, and all the camera shots and the B-roll and the editing. I don't have time for all that shit. But it would be fun. I mean, it would be cool. Just I don't got time for it. All right, what am I missing? Hey, am I a gamer? I am not a gamer, unfortunately. I mean, I play Minecraft for what it's worth, but that's about it. And don't forget, if something happens, better call Saul. Oh, I agree. I'm going to call him, for sure. I think T-Dog is highly underrated, and his character never got a fair share to grow. He could have been pretty cool. I mean, he could have been. I don't know. I mean, I agree that he was underrated. I wasn't a huge fan of him, though, to be honest. Like, he wasn't anything really special to me. Oh, guys, this beef smells freaking good. I'm not going to lie. Is bulgogi, or I keep saying bulgogi. I'm not making bulgogi beef. Just making like a burrito bowl. Really. Burn out the day. Burn out the night. I can't burn up the fire. And I'm burning for you. I have like all sorts of music stuck in my head right now. What am I missing? But instead, T-Dog, we got our Queen Carol. Yes. Do you think we will ever get more Negan spin-off comics? No, I think Robert Kirkman, for now, for the foreseeable future, is done with The Walking Dead. I think he wants to move on, and I think there's legal reasons for it. I would love another Negan comic. I think that would be amazing. But no. Have I ever watched Sons of Anarchy? No. My best friend begs and begs and begs me to watch it all the time. It's like, oh my God, you haven't seen Sons of Anarchy? I just haven't. I want to see it. I just haven't got around to it yet. It's one of those things. It's like the show's on the list. It's on the big list of shows. It's one of the many that's, out there floating around and things like that. Yeah, I know, but I want to see it. I've heard it's really good. I know what happens to Opie, though. That's all I know about the show. And that's sad that I know that. I don't know how or why I know that. And I heard he's like, I don't know. Not that that's a spoil. I'm not even going to tell you what that means if you guys haven't seen the show. But I've heard about that, and I thought that was, I was like, huh, interesting. And I don't even know any of the other characters' names. I just know Opie. And I also know, I don't know if they're the same, but I know that the guy who plays Beta is in it too. Jerry cooking equals peak content. Yeah, this is what you get. If only I had an apron. That would be really fun. I don't have an apron. I would have been like, I'm making a pizza for you. I don't have an apron, though. Let's see. What do you think? Is it just me, or am I sometimes pissed all day if I invest my thoughts on Carl being at Hilltop and then I remember that stupid bite? I know. It's so dumb, dude. It's so dumb. What a sick joke. You know what I mean? I should have stopped him when I had the chance. All right. My beef smells pretty good. I'm not going to lie. This is how I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like, Carmy. Yeah, feeling pretty good about it. I'll be honest with you. And I'm burning for you. I don't know why all these songs are stuck in my head. Like, that's been stuck in my head all day. And then there's been a couple songs that have been stuck in my head all day. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins has been stuck in my head all day. I just every time I walk to work in the city, like I'm walking. I have a pretty. I optionally give myself a long morning commute just so I could walk, and I'll just listen to In the Air Tonight. And when the solo comes on, I'm like, boo, 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 boo. And people around me are like, oh my god, it's really a problem. That Chuck, come on, it's hilarious. And you have to stop him. It's bad. I can literally quote the entire thing, almost the entire thing of the chicanery speech. I don't know if I'm going to do it on here, but I can do it. Do you think they'll ever do a live action Walking Dead based on the Telltale games with Clementine? Could be a fresh start. That would be pretty cool. I don't know. That would be pretty cool. Do you think they will ever adapt Jeffrey Grimes? I don't know. Maybe, if anything, they're going to do it in Daryl Dixon because it's more fitting. Hey, Jerry, love your content. Daily, just want to put my 1 cent into the family and share. Today on this hour is me and my girlfriend's 1 year anniversary. Keep the good vibes rolling. Congratulations. That is awesome. Congratulations to you two, and cheers to a more prosperous future. It's always good celebrating that first year, man. It really is. It's a great sign. And hey, if I could give you any advice, I will say my girlfriend and I have been together 4 years now, and the first year is a big. Here I am going with my grandpa. Like, I don't know if any of you have seen the meme where it's Martin Scorsese sitting with Timothy Chalamet, and he looks like an old man. It's so fun. Whatever. This is my old wisdom, 27-year-old 2 cents. After your first year in a relationship, the honeymoon phase does kind of end. That ends, quite frankly, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, it doesn't come back. But how you know you picked the right person is how you respond to that and how you guys work together. If your honeymoon phase wears off and you still find things that you could unfathomably love about this person, you know you found the right person. And I only hope that for you, and cheers. That's my old person sense there. Favorite restaurant chain? That's a good question. Favorite restaurant chain? I like Shake Shack a lot if we're talking about fast food. But if we're talking about more of like a fancier place, I like Carrabba's a lot. I don't know. But I don't know. As far as like places like that, Shake Shack is definitely one of them. Trying to think what else. Starbucks. I'm a big fan of Starbucks. Yeah.
You think the chicken man? Alvarez has been paying me for years. Years, and I've switched those things to sugar pills. You were dead and buried, and I had to watch this asshole bring you back.
AMC should make a live action Red. That would be sick. Okay, that would be sick. Live action Red Dead. And you know what's crazy? I've never even seen Red Dead Redemption. I've never played it, I mean. Never once played Red Dead Redemption. I own the multiplayer on my Xbox, and I played it like literally once. And I was like, oh, this is cool. All I literally did was like rope people up and like throw them to the bears. I don't know if that says anything about me. Maybe I'm psychotic. Don't know. But it's what I did. I had a lot of fun doing it. It was a good time. I'm just going to move over here really quickly. I'm still here, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to readjust my camera angle so I could actually prep these bowls and things like that now. So just give me 3 seconds, and I'll be right with you. Hi, I'm here. What about The Last of Us games? I tried to play it on this channel, but literally no one watched it, and I also got bored of playing it. So I don't know. I mean, I've seen the story and all that stuff, so I know like what happens. This is where I'm going to be prepping. This is my prepping station, okay? So I'm just going to be over here. It's a little low. Maybe I'll rise it a little bit. Going to rise up. Going to kick some ass in the USA. Okay. All right. I need to get... If you're wondering what I'm doing, I am getting a bowl so I could... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that this time. I'm not going to do that. It's not going to happen. That's my rice cooker, by the way. I make rice in there. And it's coming out because I need to use it. So it's hot as hell in this state. So yes, you bet your sweet Bippy I got one of these. Let's see. What about the games? Have you ever played any of the Resident Evil games? No. You know what I do play a lot of and I'm very excited for? I just saw the trailer of today. I do play a lot of Call of Duty Zombies. That's like about the only thing I do. Again, like I said, I'm not really a big gamer, so I don't really do this stuff that often. So I only play like the most basic games, and this dropped. What a sick joke. Should have stopped it when I had the chance. All right, what do we get in the comments? One particular element. Ooh, wire. Copper, but close. Wire. It's been, I could quote too much, and I'm sure you guys can too. Way too much Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. I know he swapped those numbers. I knew it was 1216. One after Magna Carta, as if I could ever make such a mistake. Never. Never. I just couldn't prove it. He covered his tracks. He got that idiot at the copy shop to lie for him. Mr. McGill, please. Oh, you think this is something? You think this is bad? This chicanery? He's done worse. Oh, that billboard. Okay, sorry. Thoughts on Lost? Lost it was really good in the first few seasons. Like really good in the first few seasons. And then I think it just kind of lost its way. Up until the British dude who... the rock and roll guy, up until he departed from the show, I just didn't really find any interest in it. I just didn't. It's the truth. Your kitchen is amazing, by the way. Thank you very much. I think we really lucked out with the spot we got here in New York. I'm really happy with it. We fought long and hard. Not really. We got lucky. We found a cool spot. Thank you though. I really appreciate it. Excuse me. Okay. I'm getting together all of my Tupperware bowls. Let's see. Hey, man. Oh, hey, Dan. What's going on? I am making Mexican bowls. I'm just making beef, rice, some cheese, some salsa. I didn't get the meal prep yesterday, so naturally today's meal prep day. But welcome in, Mr. Dan. How's it going? What's the deal? What's going on? Welcome to the stream. Good to see you here, man. And by the way, congratulations on 300K. I just saw that. That's awesome, dude. That's absolutely awesome. Just killing it. This is my beef in my kitchen. You want some beef? The original beef? I don't know why. I'm going crazy today. Guys, this is what happens when I'm left alone in an apartment without my girlfriend. I just go crazy. Actually, not really. Usually it's just me sitting there silently or making videos or something. But today you're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting cooking Jerry and taking Jerry. Jerry's takes. That was stupid. Sounds delicious. Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty proud of it. I like to portion everything out. So let's see if I could find my measuring cups. Or did I put them all in the sink? I put them all in the sink. That was stupid. That was really stupid of me. So we're going to have to use 1/4 cups to measure out a cup because I like to keep it safe. Dan, love your World Beyond, World Gone Mad show. Yeah, it really is awesome, dude. I do like watching good shows and movies. Sometimes I read something good, but only in English. And I am a gamer, and I just want to say your videos are just as honest as they are filled with common sense. Thank you. I got a lot of shit on my last couple of videos because I stated my obvious honest thoughts that I'm kind of getting sick of The Walking Dead, and people were like, how dare you get sick of The Walking Dead? Really? Like, really? Okay, I do understand people are saying, like, you're just making videos, like, no one asked, blah, blah, blah. I get that. I do. But, like, you guys are here for The Walking Dead. I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to go all crazy, but I did think that was pretty funny. I don't really care what people say. Like, that never bothered me. But that's one of those things where it's like, I mean, obviously I'm going to tell you guys how I'm feeling. Like, that's what I do on this channel. Thanks, man. Chef Jerry is a vibe. I used to have an Instagram handle called Chef Jerry. The beef will be good for Ricky Dicky Doodah Grimes. Ricky Dicky Doodah Grimes. Carl. Okay. All right. I got to stop. I'm on like crack energy right now. I don't know why. I don't know what got into me, but I'm on like crack energy. I don't know. You know what? It looks good, but I literally do this meal prep all the time. My girlfriend and I eat the same freaking thing. We eat beef with rice or chicken with rice or, I don't know. I was going to think of something funny. I couldn't think of it. I think the Governor Prisoner arc was the peak of the show. I think it was the best of early Walking Dead for sure. I mean, I really do. I think it became, like, Negan is my personal favorite character, but I think the Negan arc was the Governor arc was like peak early Walking Dead. What would you think of a Walking Dead What If show? I think it's not the same as the MCU. It's like a franchise can be split off into small 29-minute sections. But if you could, What If Glenn Lives? That would be sick. I think that would be fun. Let's see. Would be about 2 hours long. That's be cool. I generally just agree and share the same feelings because I loved the farm and prison in Alexandria, but until Negan came, it was good. Negan is a top G, and Jeffrey is just phenomenal. All Out War was ... dragged too much. I know why you're energetic. It's Walter. It's Walter. I was going to say, I don't want to say it on the stream because I don't want to get, I'm at my channel. Here's a fun fact, you guys. Not that it really matters, but just an interesting little tidbit to titillate the senses here. I'm actually demonetized on the channel right now. I got demonetized a second freaking time. And they're claiming the reason is quote unquote reused content. I don't know what that means. I've tried to fight with them. I even went to YouTube support, which, you know what I find fascinating? The channel got manually flagged for having reused content, which it tells you what fits the guidelines and what doesn't fit the guidelines. So it tells you that, but it doesn't tell you what content was reused. It doesn't point out the video that got your channel literally demonetized. Does my channel look like I reuse anything? I mean, I had those shorts that were like the Walking Dead edits, but I took those down. That was the first time, and I thought that's what it was. But then I asked support. I asked literally anyone. I asked the email, the people who sent me the thing. They said, we manually reviewed, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I know it's an automated email. But I asked them, I asked everyone. No one knows. No one is telling me what actual video caused my channel to get demonetized. It's very defeating. It's very annoying, to be honest with you. And now I have to wait till September. Not that it matters, and I don't do this for the money. I don't. I mean, I wouldn't be making videos right now while I'm demonetized if I did. I definitely don't. It's just, when you put a lot of time into these things and you spend a lot of time working on videos, constantly thinking about the channel, all that stuff, it'd be nice to make a couple bucks from the time at no expense to you. You know what I mean? That'd be nice. But no, for some reason I keep getting my channel demonetized for God knows what reason. And every time I appeal it, I get it granted again so far, fingers crossed. I've gotten it granted again, then like 6 months later I get it demonetized again. Why? It's very frustrating. Sorry, after Glenn and eventually Carl, they killed my happiness with it. Yeah. Bro, I honestly don't blame you though. Walking Dead has reached a very boring point. I still love it, but it's very bland. That's exactly how I feel. I mean, to be fair, Dan, like that's exactly how I feel. I think the show itself has gotten bland, and it will always have a special place in my heart, but I'm just kind of sick of it now. I will still watch it. I don't have a plan of giving up on it, like at all. I don't have any desire to do that. I also am of the firm belief that because I've spent this much time watching it, why would I ever give up on it? That's how I feel about it. I don't know, but yeah, you put it perfectly. I think it's just bland now. It's not the same that at one point it used to be, and that sucks. I need to find another piece of Tupperware that I could use because I still have more beef. Let's see. YouTube, Twitch, etc. are just stupid now these days. Sometimes I wonder where 2010, 2016 era is. I miss the old era of YouTube. Me too. Serious question. Stuff or things? I'm going to go with things. Big fan of thanks. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't mean to make this like a vent sesh or anything like that, but it is very frustrating when, a lot of my time goes into these videos. And sure, I have a full-time job. I'm, doing okay in that regard, whatever, all that stuff. But extra money in my pocket wouldn't hurt at no expense to you guys, you know what I mean? And for the effort that goes into these videos, it would be nice to at least have something to show for it. You know what I mean? Not that I would ever ask you guys, never. Like, that's not what I mean by this. I'm just venting to you guys about a stupid situation that's going on with YouTube. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all. A little frustrating. Not the end of the world because, again, it's not like this is my only thing right now. So I'm cool. I'm cool with it. Like, I got into YouTube like 10 years ago on this platform in one way, shape, or form. And I've always just been here for making videos and love doing it. And I'm so happy it's like working now. You know what I mean? I think that's awesome. But my overall point in mentioning that is it's not about the money. It's just now that I know I've had that in the past and it gets taken away for no reason, that's where it gets a little frustrating. That's all I mean. I missed the old era review. Too serious question. The holes who live kind of disappointed me, especially the finale. I still think about this all the time. I agree. The show itself, I did think was really good for the most part up until the finale. Like, I thought the finale sucked, absolutely sucked, but the show itself I still found pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't really have many complaints with the overall show itself. This is the real world, Bob. Nah, this is a nightmare. Nightmare's End. Oh, shit. I forgot about that. Guys, it is pouring outside right now, and I love a good thunderstorm, so I have the windows open and everything. I hope I don't get struck by lightning. But, yeah. Jerry, I got a question. Have you ever seen Army of the Dead? No, I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it. I'm burning for you. Jerry, I got a question. Oh, I already read that. Sorry. Damn it. I have enough beef. I have enough Wagyu beef. No, I have enough beef for 5 bowls, which I don't even need because I'm not even going to be here that long. I have enough beef for 5 bowls, but not enough rice for 5 bowls. This is what happens. What a sick joke. Should have stopped it when I had the chance. And you have to stop it. You. Okay. Guys, I'm on crack energy, for lack of a better word, right now. Okay. Let's see. What do you do for work? Sorry if this comes off as pushy, not trying to be disrespectful. My only hesitation is I don't really like to talk about my work with this, but I could give a very general thing. I work in investing. That's the only thing I would say is I work in trading and things like that. But yeah, I don't know. Totally different than, this sort of stuff. It's interesting work. I can't read the comment from here. I'll see it in a second. I saw someone commented something. Just a moment. For some reason, here's a weird thing about this apartment. The water filter thing is inside the fridge, which already doesn't make much sense. And it's super duper slow, and you have to push this rubbery button, and it makes your finger go backwards. It's not a pleasant experience, that's for sure. It's a little annoying, especially when you're in a pinch and you want to just quickly fill up your water. Let's see. The Ones Who Live was very good. First 3 and even episode 4, which was needed. But 5 was, I don't know, really. And 6 was just rush. Some random field. Excuse me. Daryl will be in Spain and not home. I don't know. I agree. In your opinion, which is the most underrated and overrated episode of the Walking Dead universe? For me, 414, The Grove is criminally underrated. I mean, I agree, The Grove is an underrated episode. And 106, The Good Man is honestly the GOAT. Let's see. All right, I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to start with the overrated, and I'm going to get some of you really pissed off. I know I am. So I'm going to have to do it. But I forget the name of the episode. I can tell you what episode it is. Season 5, episode 1. I personally think I don't think it's the most overrated, but when you think about the greats, people always say that's like one of the best episodes, season 5, episode 1. What is it called? It's not No Way Out. No Way Out, season 6, episode, 8 or something? God. No Sanctuary? Is that what it's called? It might be called that. It's not a bad episode. I just don't think it's as good as some people. I think there's better episodes than it. But I don't know. I mean, it's also been a while since I've seen it. There were some awesome elements to it. The most underrated episode. The Calm Before? Maybe? The Calm Before? The Calm Before is I would never consider it my favorite episode, but I think it's a very good one. I think it was adapted well, especially for season 9. I'd rather see a Zack Snyder zombie story in The Walking Dead than whatever Pibble wants to give us, because at least Snyder lets the zombies do the actual threats and obstacles. Hello from Australia. Hello from New York. Howdy. First 3 seasons were good, but what the fuck was that gray for? I know, I'll be completely honest with you. What the hell was that? I do entirely agree. The gray just ruined it. You're on a smoke break and you're watching me on a smoke break? That's pretty cool. Thank you. That makes me feel pretty good. I'm not going to lie. Thank you for coming to join me on your smoke break. I'm flattered. If I must say so, I am flattered. And I'm not joking about that either. Burn out the day. Do more Sopranos content, please. I will. I just know it gets no TLC. I'd rather focus my time on some stuff that I know we could have good conversations about. But I do want to talk about it. I'll be honest with you. I did stop watching the show. Not like stop it for good at all. I made them extra sloppy for you. If you get the reference, you get a point. I've just stopped just because there's no reason why, and I plan on picking it up. It's just I stopped and I haven't picked it up yet. What's your take on Troy's second death? He could have potentially showed up in another show spinoff. What's your opinion? What's your whole take on it? My whole take on it is it was the dumbest thing on planet Earth that he came back from the dead, because man was dead. Man was dead. But we're going to ignore that for the sake of what your question is. We're going to pretend that he never died the first time and that this finale was his actual death, like his only death. He only has, one life, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to pretend that this was it. I think if they had executed him being a villain better, I would have been satisfied with it, because I do like what happened there a little bit. Like, I liked that it was, Madison in a sense that killed Troy. It was fitting, blah, blah, blah. But I got to take it at face value because it's what we got. It was fucking terrible. It was fucking stupid. Why would you try to redeem the character, even try to prove to Madison that he's redeemed, and then just kill him anyway? Why do that? It was so goddamn dumb. And Daniel Sharman is a phenomenal actor who did not deserve that. Like, it's shameful to me. It's pathetic, and I couldn't stand it. It's tacky, and I hate it. That's my whole thoughts on it. Tony Soprano versus Walter White. I want to say probably Tony Soprano, because he's the type that his anger and convulsion, or like his anger he would just kill him. Like, he would find a way and just do it. Like, Yes, Walt could outsmart him, I'm sure, especially because like he could outsmart him. But I gotta say, definitely, Tony there. How would Tony Soprano cope during during a zombie apocalypse? He'd go, oh, oh, oh. That's it. That's it. He'd go, we with the Vipers. That's about it. Um, I don't remember watching Fear the Walking Dead with no insight on the show's poor performance toward the end and the bad with me when I start a show. I can't give up on it until finishing it, and I gotta say, it was painful to have to sit through. It was. You would be a good Jimmy in alternate universe. Thank you. Fear the Walking Dead fell off after season 3. I agree, especially the last 4 seasons. SMH. They sobered up in season 6, Fear the Walking Dead, and they get high again, yeah. Well, it's because they hired ghost writers, and it was blatantly obvious. And they might have continued to do that. I don't know. But if they did, they didn't train them well. That's for sure. I know you guys can't hear it because I have noise canceling on, but it is pouring outside right now. And I love a good storm. All right. Well, I think I'm just going to leave these bowls as is for now and then come back and fix them up later. Without Tony Soprano, there would be no Walter White. Well, that is true. I mean, that is true. What was story thing with Mo and kids? It was so stupid is what it was. I don't know what you're asking per se, but it was really dumb. That's for sure. What was the whole story thing with Mo and the kids? Yeah, I don't know. It was really stupid. I completely agree with you. Oh, sorry. I saw a couple other comments. Let me start with one. Who'd win a fist fight, Jesse or Glenn? Jesse. No, Glenn. Glenn survived the apocalypse. What am I saying? I completely agree with you. Bringing him back from the dead was stupid as is, but to only build the character as a villain for 4 episodes is crazy bad. I love Daniel Sharman, and Troy was a whole. Me too. Like, I forgot the woman's name and the brother who ran Padre. I know. It was the dumbest thing ever, the fact that she thought it was a good villain. I know. Thoughts on Lori Grimes and her character? Oh no, Mo, I forgot about her, and now I am living through that stupid swamp shit. Thought about Lori? I think she served her character arc well. Like, that's really it. I don't really think there's much to say about her, to be completely honest with you. I think she had a very specific arc to fill, and she filled it. Am I a gigantic fan of Lori Grimes? No. But I do think Sarah Wayne Callies did a great job at playing her, and I think for what the character was supposed to be, I was a fan of her. But I can't really say much more. There's not much more to say. Without the CRM, The Walking Dead, but without the CRM, The Walking Dead, but what's left? I mean, I'm not sure I understand your wording of the question, but that's kind of the thing to me, and that's what I talked about in the video that got me endless shit. Without the CRM, I feel like there's no reason to watch the shows anymore. I'm going to because I have personal interest in watching them, but I feel like there's nothing there anymore. And maybe you could argue that Madame Gené's group is like the bigger bad, but why would you spend 7 years or 5 years building up the CRM as this big existential threat and now create a new one with Madame Gené? You know what I mean? And I like what they're doing with this Army of the Dead and the weaponized walkers and stuff like that in Dead City. I mean, in Daryl Dixon. Like, I do. But why would you wipe out your biggest existential threat? That doesn't make any sense to me, like, at all. I missed a lot of stuff here, you guys. I missed a lot of stuff here. Fear 8A should have set up Troy as the villain and leader of Padre. The CRM would have been the reason June was trying to find me. You know what? I do have to sympathize with one thing, and that it's very evident to me that Fear the Walking Dead suffered because the show got canceled So they had to scramble to write a conclusion. I don't think that's what they were ever trying to do. And when they realized they had to write a conclusion, they were like, oh my God, okay, let's bring back Troy. Like they need to bring the stakes up for a finale. That's what I think happened. And I don't agree with anything that happened in that show, but I can sympathize with a writing team who has to probably scramble and fix their story because their show got canceled. That I can understand. Do I agree with it? There's so much I need to clean, but there's so much that I want to make sure I get to it. So let me read this here real quick. Let's see. So, what did I miss? Fury Day should have been set up. I already read that. I think Sarah was doing a great job, even in Prison Break, which is one of the best first seasons of shows. I've never seen Prison Break, but I've heard that. Season 8B could have been CRM backstory and setup that leads into The Ones Who Lives. Since Tao focuses on the love story, Alicia could have been consignee and reunite with Madison. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. The writers just need to stop rushing and making up stories that are slow and actually listen to the fans and what they want. Oh, without the CRM, what's left to tell, Zombie? I get what you mean now. Because it's clear that they're trying to set up Endgame, like real finale and reunion. Do you think Dave Erickson made the right call of killing Troy in season 3? Yes. I know it was to prevent Ian and Andrew from ruining him, but once again, what's your take on it? Sorry for asking so much. No, it's okay. Ask all you want. Yes, I do think it was a good idea because I think he was a very good villain that filled a good arc. Yeah, you could have done more with him, and I'm sure at some point or another they probably thought about doing more with him if Ian and Andrew weren't coming into the picture. But I do think as a villain, he was a phenomenal villain and he needed to go and it fit. So, yes, would I have liked to have seen more of him? Sure. By all means, give me Dan Charmaine. By all means. But I liked his arc and I thought it was complete. So, also, no. That's how I feel about that. What's your opinion on House of the Dragon Season 2? In my opinion, it was just a whole build-up for what's to come in Season 3. It definitely was. And that's what I opened the stream to. I loved it. I really did. I loved it. I don't understand the hatred for this season, but I do 100% acknowledge that this season was a lot of filler, and this season was a lot of the same stuff. It was just character development. It wasn't any plot development. And that sucks. That's not fun. That really is unfortunate. But I loved it because I love slower storytelling. So I wholeheartedly liked this season. I don't have any problems with it. And yes, does it suck we have to wait till till 2026 before we get season 2? Yes, that blows because there was no action. But I liked that there was no action. I liked the politics. I feel like Fear wasted Morgan as a character. Facts. When I see House of the Dragon fandom, I am disgusted. I like House of the Dragon. Do you think The Walking Dead Destinies has any positive elements? No. I kind of think the idea of the governor being redeemed and joining the group is an interesting idea. Sure, like the ideas are kind of cool, but no, I think it was terrible. You really shouldn't watch Prison Break, man. You would love it. I do want to see it. Oi, Huey. Homelander done killed me wife and took me bloody son. Womp womp. Oi, Huey. I feel like the perfect villain for Fear the Walking Dead was bringing in a governor-like threat because the concept of a man who's just broken before the world ended is a beautiful concept. I agree. In your opinion, who's more evil, the governor or Alpha the governor? Oh, I answered that too quickly. Alpha. She's definitely more evil. Yeah. The perfect person to take Carl's death is Andrea. I agree. And actually, I made a video about this. So I don't remember what the video was called. I need to go back to cleaning. So I might miss a couple of comments here and there. I need to go back to cleaning. But I made a whole video about this in that I actually do think, as much as I always shit on Carl Grimes' death because it was the worst decision The Walking Dead ever made. As much as I do shit on it, I also think that in terms of the story, it had the same emotional impact that Andrea's death in the comics did, which, for those of you who don't know or aren't too familiar, Andrea's death in the comics was the best death of the show. Like, it was the best, most impactful death of the show. And it was beautiful. But the reason it worked better, the reason it was a better death than Carl's death, is because you don't have the same emotional stakes, no matter how much you like Andrea. You don't have the same familial and emotional stakes as you ever would Carl Grimes, who is the future of the story. So, Andrea's death was brilliant and it was beautiful. Yes, it was sad, but it did what it was supposed to do, and she served her arc brilliantly. So, I loved Andrea's death. And in a lot of ways, Carl's death was the same sort of thing. Carl's death was the emotional pull for Rick to back out of all that war. In terms of what it was trying to do, I think it did a good job. But I think it was the worst decision The Walking Dead ever made to kill the most important character in your fucking show. So, yes, it was a good emotional response. It was a good thing for the story. It was a terrible thing for The Walking Dead. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to word that. Yes, I do agree it was similar in a lot of ways to Andrea. But, I don't know. What am I missing here? Let's see. Who do you think would have won in the fight, Negan or the governor in their prime? Negan. Do you think Martinez could have lived if he said some things differently? Yeah, possibly. I want to stay longer and talk about stuff, but it's 2 a.m. in the UK. Thanks for answering my questions. Have a good rest of your evening. You too, Fungi. The Walking Dead comics needs to be animated like Invincible if Kirkman can get the rights back. I completely agree. I completely agree. I would absolutely love that. I got to get to the gym. Burn out the day. Burn out the night. Okay. I'm burning for you. Why do I keep singing that? Bum, 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 Let's see. Pimple isn't going to give up the rights, is he? Probably not. Love your content. Thanks for answering my questions and have a great rest of your day, brother. You too. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Always means the world to me. All right, well, I'm done cooking for now. That was fun. It was a good time. We made some good food. I mean, we made some very basic food. It's literally just beef and rice. But we made some food. Food was made tonight. I can assure you that food was made. And yeah. And at that, ladies and gentlemen, this feels like a natural time for me to end my cooking stream because I got to go to the gym and I got shit to do before I go to work tomorrow, which sucks. But it's the truth. And I'm sorry, I'm seeing some questions flow in right now. I will answer these last two and then I am out. I want Negan to go back to the sanctuary. The Walking Dead. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine? No, I haven't. If so, did you enjoy it? I haven't seen it. I've never been really a big superhero fan, but I know Deadpool's like a comedy thing. I don't know. Have you seen, Jerry, you into sci-fi? Honestly, not really. Anyways, thanks for the stream. It's 2:38 here. I need to go to sleep. My thoughts are with you, brother. You're such a friendly dude. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it, and have a good night. Walking Dead Destinies could have been better if they had an option to block Carl from aging. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But guys, that was the last one. I apologize. I will try to do a couple more live streams soon. I just haven't had the opportunity as of late. But thank you guys so much for coming out to this one. And as always, I totally forgot my exit thing. What do I say? I'll talk to you later. Peace out. That's what I said. That is what I say. Jesus, I'm starting to sound more and more sleepy over